Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Morcillon. I thought I come and wish you a good day. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to bring about a few concepts, few ideas. One of them is there is many ways to achieve what we need to achieve. So just take this as whatever useful. I hopefully this will be useful. But it was a concept expressed by a Melchizedek that was saying that by asking nothing we can receive everything, because God knows exactly what we need, what we want. And so by asking nothing, we move into the state of gratitude. It's like the force of gratitude. Gratitude is also very powerful. Gratitude for all the people, gratitude for all the things, gratitude for all the places, gratitude for all the circumstances. Gratitude has the power to turn negative things into positive things, because it is the recognition of the lesson, or the good deed, or the appreciation of things. So it is very important, a very positive force. Personally, I'm very grateful for my new life that is presented before me, a life of joy, abundance, freedom and creative expression. And peace is the way to ascension. So it is very much continue to cultivate this sense of gratitude, an attitude of gratitude. For the body is a chemical factory. It produces and produces and produces and produces all kinds of chemical. So eventually we'll become in control of our inner pharmacy, and we'll be able to produce dopamine or serotonin or endorphins or oxytocin or dimethyltryptamine, DMT. Those are amazing. When we control that, we find the balance. We have enough mental ability to control our mental and emotional activities. We will be able to utilize we'll be able to produce at will what we need, which the body already does, but sometimes because of our stress, it it can produce what is it called? People are very addicted to that. Is the stress molecule? It's like I forgot the name of it. Well, it's a good sign, I guess. So I'm going to pull a card for the day. It will come back to me. Adrenaline. You produce a lot of adrenaline. Adrenaline can be good. It's like an activation, but when we have too much adrenaline, it's like very stressful, and it creates dysfunction. The card of the day is TikTok, to connect to eternal moment of joy, to be as much as possible within the understanding that there is this space between the times, that we can make space between the future and the past, to be in this now, and to remember this connection to the source. For spirit is always there. We have a lot of spirit guides, celestial beings, that are already always ready to assist those with goodwill. And so, but they will not create for us. They will take our best ideas and try to make it happen. They will assist us in the manifestation. For the universe is always about looking for our best ideas, and just working to improve it. And before I used to, when spirit is showing me this beautiful vision, but I'm not getting it on the physical, but I used to say yes, but when, how, da, da, da. Now I'm just saying gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. It's a mark of progress. I'm like letting go of this need to make it, to have it all now, because we do want it all now, but we're not getting it all now. We're getting little by little. And so I'm going to pull a few cards. The highest, the observer of the day is health, and to focus on health, the needs of the physical body. What we need to understand is love that is not shared. Sometimes we have to make space, but we can love people that do not reciprocate. We have to let go of it. It's like it's not easy. It is painful. I'm like doing this. It's very, very painful for me to have to let go of this love connection I have. But if it shows up in the future, it will show up in the future. But I'm having a hard time hanging on to it right now. What we need to understand is what is the wisdom, because life changes all the time and we need to adapt. What we need to do is connect to the angels, to be for my angels who told me that this person was the right person for me, but then it's like things happen in my vision realm that shows me that she's just not available. So it's like, why would I hang on to something? It's like there's a lot of paradox, and the outcome remains biblical. We're entering into the end of time, so it's going to be biblical. For the creator does not want to destroy the Draco reptilians and the Archons and all those beings that feed on fear. But eventually it's going to remove them from this plane to move them into another plane. It's because right now they're feeding on the fear because they're useful, because people feed on that. They provide for them. But as soon as the lesson of love is learned, with all the adversity is to teach us love. Once the lesson of love is learned, they will have God will have to remove them, because nobody will feed them, and they're going to have to find some other way. So it's all part of the great plan of creation. It's all part of that plan. But peace is the way to spiritual ascension. So it's like once this lesson, adversity is like a training to love, and the path of light is always much harder than the path of darkness. It's, of course, that's why a lot of people do not choose it, but we're exposed to both light and darkness from childhood. At childhood, we're exposed to both the forces of dark and light, and we make our choice whether where we polarize our consciousness. But even the forces of darkness believe they're doing the highest good, because that's their education, that's how they choose the selfish way. When the other ones are more into service, or more let's say more loving, let's say more compassionate, or whatever. But it's like so it's like. It's part of this school of education that is the earth. For it's like, but it's not because somebody believes they're doing something good that they are actually doing something good. There is the law of cause and effect, what we call karma, that comes in, that is infinitely perfect. And someone was asking about the chemtrail. The chemtrail, the body is very resistant. It's like, it's not really as dangerous as the injection people have submitted themselves to. But so it's like what they're all doing. What they're doing, essentially, what they want to do is block some of the sun rays. But it's actually reducing the natality to make people infertile. So it's like I received a message that. I'm going to have many children in this life. For I already have 2 children, which I don't know. I will soon meet them, I know, in America. But I was planning to have one more with one specific person. But Spirit says I'm going to have maybe more than that. So it's like, but we only with very specific people that have a very specific DNA, genetic compatibility, because it's important. It's important to because they in wanting to create those genocides and reduce population, they believe they're doing the highest good. So it's like within their consciousness, everybody is trying to do the highest good. So it's a strange concept. Maybe not everybody will understand that, but nevertheless, I thought So I also wanted to talk about the fact that was also Melchizedek that was talking about this, that success is happy, but mistakes is how we learn. So we do need both. We cannot just be happy and make no mistake, or make only mistakes and have no success. We need both. We need it is really how we learn and grow. So it's really very important to have both, to accept that there is success and mistakes as well, failures. It's part of the process. It's how we gain wisdom. And also to understand that as an extension of Source, your will is the will of God, whether it's for good or for good, for bad or worse. It is the will of God. What you think, say, and do, it's what will manifest. So it's like, but then it's reflected within the law of cause and effect. In the short, medium, or long terms, the law of karma, and will teach every soul in relationship to the thoughts, the words, the deed. And there is nothing that can take God. God will not know how to respond to anything. This law is the law of the One, the law of God, of supremacy. So there is nothing that is beyond the law. No matter what is done, God already knows how to respond in the right teaching at the right time. But sometimes it takes long to find closure, to be able to find closure in relationship to old energies from our past. And then one day it is done. It's like something that was so meaningful no longer have meaning, no longer have power. It is like we're able to see it through the eyes of love without having judgment around it, and it is like a forgotten memory. But it takes time for the wounds of the heart to be healed, and because we're just playing the cards that we receive here. We don't deal the cards. We don't set the rules. They're already set, and we just got to deal with the cards that we have been dealt with. Like if somebody is born in some people are born in very difficult condition and culture here on the planet, and some other people are born in opulence in total. So it's like, but whatever you have to accept the condition that you choose, that your life, your soul choose for this lifetime, and accept. Just we no longer want to play the game of duality, conflict, and separation. We want to play the game of love, unity, and peace. That is very, very essential. And another key that's very important for the ascension is always remember to call on, to reach for the creator, the prime creator. That's the main key for ascension. Create this invocation, your source, your crown, and just on the crown, open your crown. Think of God as an energy that touches your crown, and to remember your eternal and divine origin, your creator, to commune with the source. God is already very close, so we want to find a way to commune, to open our higher heart and to connect to our higher mind, and to be only that. Because sometimes some things are placed before us just as a carrot, something to keep us hope, to not, and then poof, disappear, and then something else reappears. So it's like, but when personally I'm going through a difficult karmic relationship, somebody I just adore this person for some reason, I don't know why, but it just didn't manifest. Although I know our soul loves me just as much, but I just can't make it work because of the circumstances. But I feel like if it doesn't happen in one lifetime, love is very sacred, and if there is a great love that needs to be experienced, it may be in another lifetime or another dimension, but love is love, and love and sexuality are very sacred energy, and it needs to be respected. Otherwise, there is a sexual regression in relationship to humans who are behaving like animals in relationship to sexuality. At the end of their life, they will regress to animal level of evolution, because it's just the attraction of a male and female, the body, the pleasure, rather than the love and the communion and the respect of the sanctity of each being and the relationship. For it's like, I'm going to talk about esoterical art. It's like I've been practicing that for 30 years. I've had amazing experiences with that, but about sacred sexuality, but not in a constant way. And now I'm getting more to the point where I'm able to do that. The idea is when we procreate, we send the sexual energy down to the fire kidney, but we have the water kidney that can send through the spinal cord to redirect the sexual energy to vital energy, to become spiritual energy, to the brain. So rather than have just physical orgasm, we can have cosmic brain orgasm that are so much more powerful. It's like it's taught in Tantra. And so it's like I'm starting to have a better handle on that. And but it's like a lot of humans they just don't get it. Well, it's not they don't get it, it's just that they're on a certain level, and they don't respect sexuality as for something very sacred. It's like the way that God decided to utilize sexuality. We all came as a result of sexuality on this planet, but every cell is a sexual being. Everything was created through sexuality, the harmonization of the yin and the yang to come to the state of harmony and reproduce. And that is really what creates the infinite diversity of the universe. So it is something very sacred, just as love is. Also wanted to talk about the fact that astral experience are just things that traverse our consciousness with our dreams, imagination, or projection, images, emotions. They just traverse our consciousness. And for God, potential and actual are one. So whatever we imagine is already real. But for us, sometimes it feels more like a dream until it is manifested. So I also wanted to say it's important, if you can, to renew your prayer each day, to call on the Spirit, to call on your Creator, to renew your prayer. For of course, Muslims are a big advantage because they have those 5 prayers they're doing in connecting to their source, but the Creator. But everybody should be able to do that. It doesn't matter the form; it is all about the heart and the intention. And I'm also questioning the fact that will I ever want to come back in a physical form on this planet or any other? Sometimes I wonder that. But maybe to have a life of pure, I've chosen this life of spiritual growth and service, which is very painful and a lot of pain, emotional, and a lot of struggle, a lot of difficulty. But choose a life that with no spiritual growth, just enjoying the physical pleasure of this life. Maybe I'll choose that. I'm not really sure. sometimes I want to get home to my original home. It's like I feel like I'm longing for that, um, but Spirit keeps reminding me of the great value and importance of my presence here on this planet at this time, and for the work that I've been doing, and for the work that is coming. And for I know the work I'm doing at night is very essential. Nobody else is doing it. On the planetary level, there's a lot of very important things that are going on that I can talk about, but it's very, very essential. It really assists. Although sometimes I wonder when I come back here, I feel a little depressed, a bit alone, and it's like it's not very. But yet I move into the gratitude. I try to because I already have the gratitude to be able to return to access the immortal planes of consciousness. It's like this is already a gift. I take it for granted, but not every human beings have access to the immortal planes of consciousness. And you will. This is what the ascension is about: to connect, to reconnect to that, the great joy of having that coming into our consciousness. But I'm no longer tempted to turn to drugs and alcohol when I get depressed, which is a progress, I guess, because for a long time that's really, really would do. This was really an escape. So it's a sign of progress. And also, I'm not really sure if I'm going to need to come back and continue those kind of messages, because there is so much that's been already expressed, that is already available. I'm not really sure. I'm going to continue to communicate, but well, I probably will, and eventually, I'm not really sure. Sometimes I wonder, but it may be necessary for me to continue to speak about transcendental psychology. Although there's there's a lot of people that are picking up that are picking up the stick. It's like, yeah, it's like, we get you so far now. You carry on. But we'll see. No, I probably will receive the voice that tells me no, I can't give it up. So I will see. So I'm going to finish with a song. I thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope those messages, if those messages resonate with you, please subscribe and continue to follow. And thank you so much for your donations. I'm going to finish with this song that's a bit nostalgic. It's a song of somebody that's going through some tough time because of a romantic connection. It's called Night in White Satin. Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I've always missed, with these eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore. 'Cause I love you, yes, I love you, how I love you. Gazing at people, some hand in hand, just what I'm going through, they can't understand. Some try to tell me thoughts they cannot defend. Just what you want to be, you will be in the end. And I love you, yes, I love you, how I love you. Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I've always missed, with these eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore. 'Cause I love you, yes, I love you, oh, I love you. Nice song from the Procolarum. Just what you want to be, you will be in the end. So the imagination, what we cultivate, what we empower, the universe will make us whatever we choose. So just continue to follow your higher vision. The observer of the day is the protection. There are certain things that are protected, that are guarded, because they are more important than what we should allow a choice, maybe. What is the highest wisdom is communication. What we need to understand is creation, the globe of creation, our power to create. what we need to do is the judgment, to allow the judgment, to allow the higher mind to make things happen without our lower judgment to interfere with that, and the outcome is complementary. We a very important piece of this global enlightenment process, huh? And the world will have to complement us as well. The more we find the little pieces to be whole within ourselves, the more we'll find that the world will have no choice but to comply with our energy. Well, thank you very much. I hope this was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.